Welcome back to Fumi Fashion and Beauty. Today's episode is Model 101, You Better Walk Like Naomi Campbell. Today's guest is Aramatou Toure, and she was the winner of Top Model of Color here in London, where I was a judge. The moment I saw her, I knew that she had something special. Absolutely. Aramatou, say hello to the viewers.
Hello, everybody.
Aramatou is, I think this is the first time you're being on any kind of air, so she's a little bit shy, and like I said, she's a model winner. Just like I was 20 years ago, 21 years ago, I was the first supermodel winner for Nigeria. I had done a slew of competitions prior to that, but that was the one that catapulted me internationally. And my father was extremely proud of me, but he said, Fumi, you must go to university, you must have some kind of education. So I came to London and I continued my career here until I went to the States. But I wanted to do this episode because so many of you complimented me on my, what was it now? I think it was the fall lookbook, and I did a little runway, and a lot of you said, Fumi, teach us how to model, teach us how to get into the industry, teach us how to walk on the runway, tell us about modeling, tell us how to get into the industry. And so that was why I said, let me do this episode, because I've had a career that has spanned 30 years and counting, yes, because I just got booked again to do next season's Fashion Week. Yes, at the grandma age of 46. Me and Naomi Campbell. So it's exciting, you know, but I wanted to give you an insight. And like I've said, I've made the transition from an upcoming model, just like Aramatou, to a sitting judge. And I look at the years with so much gratitude. And everything that I know, I'm going to try and put into here. So I'm going to stop talking for a little bit, and I want Aramatou to tell us what her experience was at the Top Model of Color here in London.
My experience here from the Top Model of Color London. Well, it was a competition which I entered, and I entered the competition because I wanted to be a model. I've been trying to do modeling, like trying to run around. Sometimes like I do a lot of freelance work. For you to build up your confidence, which I did, but despite that, I still feel like I still need to do more. So I entered the competition to build up my confidence, to meet people from the industry. So
to build up your confidence, to meet people from the industry. Is that why you entered the model competition? Or because you want to be a model, because you love fashion?
Oh yes, I love fashion. I wanted to be a model because I wanted to be a model. So I entered the competition also to be, like I already say, I mentioned it, to build up my confidence, to know the industry, because I think when you're in those competitions, you have to know the industry, you need to know what you're doing. So,
yes.
Top Model of Color was one of them which I entered, and it come very surprised to me when they say I won, because I was not expected to win the competition, because when I was growing up, I never even thought it would be possible for me to be a model, because
Where are you from, Aramatou?
Can I have some tissue, please?
Ula, can we have some tissue, please? Let me tell you something, viewers. You know, this is a very important episode for all of you out there. We come from different walks of life and we have different journeys. They are all challenging. They are all very challenging, and we never know what the other person is going through. It's another reason why I did the other chapter, Sister to Sister. Aramatou has come from a challenging background, and so she's still very emotional because the feelings there are raw. When I met Aramatou, I had come to the event early, and I was given my own quarters and room, judges separate from the girls. She happened to be having her makeup done when I walked by, and I came right up to you and I said, who was she? I wanted to know her name because she struck me like lightning. And deep down inside, I prayed to God Almighty that she was in the competition, because the competition had models that were also performing, and then you had the girls that were in the competition itself. I did not know which one she was in. Aramatu, where are you from?
I'm from Ivory Coast.
Aramatu is from Ivory Coast. Aramatu is an African like me. Aramatu is a West African like me. And do you want to say what was upsetting you, or would you like to move forward?
I would like to move forward, but like I said, like growing up life wasn't easy, and for me being model, it was one of the reason why also I really want to be a model, because the industry, like I don't want, because I think that nothing coming easy in life. When you want something, you have to go for it, which I did. Because what happened to me, I'm not perfect, so I wanna go then to see that if I will be accepted for what happened to me. Because I said the judge, Fumi may has, and she may have seen me, and with my leg, I have a lot of things happen to that for me. I have a really big mark on my leg, which I think I will not be accepted. But I said because I like it, I will go and try and see how it will go. Because when she was judging me, I was trying to hide my mark, because I think that I would not be accepted because of that as well. So my life was not easy, and it was very tough. And on top of that, coming in London was even more than I expected. So it have not been easy, but I'm happy that I'm making steps toward my goal.
Aramatu came from a challenging background. Are you a refugee?
Yes.
Yes. Aramatu is a refugee, and with absolute pride. I say that because Iman also is a refugee. Nothing labels you unless you carry the title. Aramatu's expression, eloquence, it still has progress, which she will have. You have to understand that she's like daughter to me, and I'm a mother. I've been modeling longer than she's been born, than she's been alive, you know. So I have practiced, you know, and I am much more precise in expressing myself over time. But of course, as you very well know, I used to stammer. I'm going to go over a little bit of what Aramatu said so that you can understand what she said. When I saw Aramatu at the competition, like I said, I didn't even know who she was, but she struck me as somebody that was extremely, extremely beautiful, that had the potential to be a top model worldwide. Now, we had a pre-examination of all of the models, a pre-little interview, so to speak. And when Aramatu came in, she walked for me, but she kept on hiding her right leg. She would just slumber. And I didn't know why, but I knew that she was hiding something. We as models are to project perfection, but we are not perfect. Even Naomi Campbell has a little scar on the top of her lip. Cindy Crawford has had a mole on top of her lip. We've all had all kinds of imperfections, but it is the confidence that brings beauty to everything and anything. The same thing with Jennifer Lopez. Jennifer Lopez had a very big derriere. In Hollywood, they talked about it for months, for years, and she refused to alter anything about herself, and now it looks extremely tiny compared to Kim Kardashian. Needless to say, when she walked in, I told Aramatu, I said, Aramatu, don't hide whatever you have. Show it with pride. This is your story. This is what is going to make you stand out from the other models. This is what's going to make us as judges endearing to you, because we understand everybody has a journey. Right, wrong, indifferent, it's not for us to judge. What we want to judge is that you have that certain je ne sais quoi. There's something about this girl, and we have to have her. And so I realized Aramatu had a deep scar on the shin in between her knee and her elbow that sorry, I beg your pardon, in between her knee and her ankle. She had a deep scar between her knee and her ankle. And I said, you show it off. So what? Why not? And so she did. I wanted her to have that confidence, because I knew that there was nothing else I could give her that could enable her to have that title. I know what winning the supermodel for competition, I know what winning the supermodel for Nigeria did for my career. It's a title I still have on my Instagram today. It has opened doors for me constantly and all over, and so it will do for Aramatu. Here is the thing. And for those models out there, it's the one time that you should not compare yourself to anybody else, because your originality, your unique qualities is what is going to make you stand out. And that is what the bookers, the agencies, the beauty companies, the commercial agents, television, everything, that is what they want. They do not want another Naomi Campbell. They do not want another Alec Wick. They do not want another Fumi desalu-Vold. No, they want to discover an ingenue. Somebody that is new, somebody that is fresh, somebody that has completely different coloring, so on and so forth. So I want you to be an ambassador, and that is for all the girls, because when I was modeling in New York, all of us were not from New York. 99% of the models were Russians, were Africans, they were Polish, they were English, they were Scandinavian, Helena Christensen, they were Danish, they were Swedish, they were from everywhere but America. It was so amazing. Don't get me wrong, we had few Americans here and there, but majority of the other models that I was with, they were Jamaicans, they were from all over. And so that is what it is. You become an ambassador for your country. It's a win-win. You get a big campaign in America and wherever, your people back home will be proud of you. So I want you to know that you're an ambassador for your country. Everything you do in success, in line of success, it is a notch in their belt for them, because you now bring Ivory Coast to the world, to the light. Not that we don't know where Ivory Coast is, but we're like, Aramatou is from Ivory Coast. So I want you girls out there, whether you're a refugee, Alec Wick was a refugee. And she brought her country to light in America. She's a beautiful girl. She's an endearing girl, you know. And that is what the gift I can give to you. I want you models to know that it is not a walk in the park. This industry is not a joke. It is not a picnic. You will train like athletes. So let me start from the beginning, yes? So that I can guide you, my love. If you're going for your auditions, this is what you should look like. You don't need any kind of makeup. They want to see your face. They want to see your bone structure. They want to see your coloring. They have professional makeup artists like Pat McGrath who will do the job for you. They just want to see what you look like, because you are supposed to be a white sheet. And when I say a white sheet that they can color it all up, they can change your makeup, they can change your hair, so on and so forth. In my introduction for my Fumi Fashion and Beauty, I said I'm a model and an actress because I learned from the best. This is what I'm talking about. Pat McGrath will teach you about makeup. You will have all of the most amazing hairstylists who will teach you. You will have the photographers who will show you. It is for you to come unlearned and open, meaning that you don't know anything, as in you take in all of the advice that they give you. So you go like this. If I am going for an audition now in my year 46, I will go something like this. Only because I need one or two things just to help out. Plus I'm a little bit, advanced than her. But as a young girl, you go like that. Little bit foundation here, cover the imperfections, and then a little bit blusher just to flush the cheeks. When you are doing your comp cards, and I'm going to show you comp cards because I have old ones, for example, you have stuff like this. And it just shows your face. At the back of it, it will have bits and pieces of editorial stuff, runway stuff that you have done with your statistics. Your statistics meaning that it will have your age sometimes, it will have your bust, your waist, your hips, your height, your coloring, meaning hair color or a color of eyes. This is 20 years ago. I'm saying this because I don't even think they even have this where they show this to other agents, because everything is digital. Back in the day when I was in New York, they had runners who used to be on bicycles or motorbikes or whatever, and they would go through the streets and they would go from one agency to an agency. You understand me? Swapping over your look for companies that were interested, such as Victoria's Secret, such as Maybelline, such as Revlon, such as Coca-Cola, such as Nike, stuff like that. Then of course you had the fashion weeks and so on. So for the models that want to start, have a clean face, If you're African American, take out the weave. Only Naomi Campbell can wear a weave right now. She has established herself. So she's in a completely different category, and I give her that credit, and I'll tell you why later on. Go with your natural hair. Go as beautiful as you are. There's a particular model, and I can't remember her name right now. I'm going to put her up. She did all of the runway collections, London, Milan, New York, Paris. Gorgeous. There was another black girl who did the Victoria's Secret show, and she had her own natural hair. I want you to understand, in the beauty fashion industry, we are completely removed from the world of racism. And I say that because I know a lot of people are going to say, Fumi, don't talk horse and pony. In the sense that they embrace black, they embrace white, they embrace Asian, they embrace everything because they're always looking for that something different. They do not want a black girl to come in looking like white. They don't. We might not have that many jobs. That's different. We might not get that many jobs, but when they want a black girl, they want a black girl. And that is what you are. You cannot change that. Wear a beautiful white shirt or a white t-shirt and jeans. Let them see your figure. Let them see the length of your legs, the proportion of your agencies. The top 10 model agencies in New York, the top 10 model agencies in Milan, Paris, London. It is all on the internet for you guys, things that we did not have back then. You have to study the industry. It's a must, but you start with yourself. You have to work out like an athlete. And when I say that, you should work out every day. Either you're doing cardio, or you're doing Pilates, or you're lifting weights. Lots of repetition, light weights, because you don't want to bulk up. You want to stay very lean so that they can see your body. Your body has to be toned. They don't want those thighs shaking on the runway. They do not want thunder thighs. No, they don't. I'm telling you right now, thunder thighs will not get you the job at Victoria's Secret, Aramatu. Repeat after me. Know the makeup artists, hairstylists, wardrobe people. Know all of them, because they are the ones that are going to push you, carry you all the way through. This is your job. This is your job. It's not your booker's job. Your booker has 20 other girls, and he or she is more concerned about their 15-20%. So Aramatu, if you get her the 20% yesterday, today, tomorrow, she'll book you again. Why? Because evidently she's doing something right. You're going for the audition on time. You are wardrobe ready. You are appropriately dressed. You've got everything to go. You've got your sheer nude underwears, because it's very icky for you to go there, you stand, and you don't have the proper underwear. This is extremely important because you might have to change when you get to the audition. They want to see what you look like with the clothes on. You should have your shoes in your bag so that you can run around the city. When you get there, you wear your heels. Wearing your heels, you will walk much, much, much better and with much more confidence. So you should have your sheer bra or your nude flesh-colored bra, panties, stockings, if you must, in the winter time or whatever. Always have baby oil or Vaseline so that your skin can glow, especially for my dark-skinned sisters. It's extremely important. You know, modeling it's a sea of different kind of agencies and different types of modeling, all the way from Playboy magazines to high fashion Vogue. You've got commercial models. You also have fit models. That is the fitness models. You also have beauty models. You have different types of modeling. And so if you look at yourself and you say, what am I? Which is important for you to find out. What are you? Are you commercial? Are you advertising? Are you high fashion? Once you find out what that is, then you now pursue the particular agencies that have a strong standing in those departments. Elite, Wilhelmina, Click, ID, we know all of those agencies. They do a slew of other things as well as Runway. But I don't want you to be offended and think, oh, they didn't accept me. They didn't this, it's personal. It's not personal. They don't know you. They're looking at you as a commodity. Can she sell Revlon? products? Can she do the runway in Paris? Can she do haute couture? Can she A, B, and C? That is how they're looking at you. They're looking at you at the 20%. They're looking at you as the next it girl, because it's great for their agency to say, we found the next Kate Moss. We have found the next Naomi Campbell. So if you're going in and you're 5'3", and you want to be a runway model, that is an impossibility. It's not personal. It's an impossibility, because height is a requirement for that particular type of modeling. Do you understand? High fashion is different from Victoria's Secret. Victoria's Secret is much more sexier. You need boobs, you need hips, you need a waist, you need to be tall still, and you above all have to have personality. You can have everything. And I know one or two girls like that, and they didn't make it at all. They had no personality at all. When you go to an audition, smile. Know the brand. Say Louis Vuitton, for example. Know Louis Vuitton. Know that it's a French brand. Know that Marc Jacobs has left. Know certain things that will impress them. Because if you have 70 models that are all gorgeous and beautiful, how are they going to differentiate who is who? Some of them are going to be booked on personality. You know what? I really love that girl. And this girl is really passionate about the brand. And she completely understands. And she works very well. Being with a top model agency is not the be-all and end-all. The magic is in the booker. You have to have a booker that believes in you. He might take your 15%, but it doesn't matter if he's getting you 15,000 jobs. Your booker has to believe in you. And if your booker does not believe in you, you are sitting on a mantelpiece in the sitting room gathering dust. Translation, you're not making money. Carly Klass, I think that's her name. She was a dancer, a ballet dancer. She moves beautifully, and it shows in her editorial work. It's extremely important that you know how to do this. People think modeling is easy. It absolutely is not. And Ula has noticed this, because when he shoots other objects, other models, he can see the difference. Ah, no, this model, I had to work for this one. For me, I couldn't get it, because she didn't give it to him for him to capture on film. And photographers are spoilt, because they've got models a dime a dozen. If they don't get it from you, they'll get it from somebody else. And if they don't see if they're not impressed by you, they will not work with you again. They don't have to say anything. They just won't book you again. It's a waste of time. They want a girl that comes in with as much energy and as much vigor and excitement as they are wanting to get these pictures for the campaign. That is what it is. It takes a village. When you get that magic shot, it takes a village. I also want to touch upon the fact that this industry, you understand me, you have to push yourself through. Don't have that tunnel vision where black models A, B, and C. It is true to an extent. I also experienced it, but I did not let it mask me. Not at all. I am Fumi. My name is F.D.V. There's nobody like me. Period. Whether I'm black, blue, or green, that's your business. That's not mine. And you know what? If I don't get the booking because of the color of my skin, I'm on to the next. I'm on to the next, because not everybody thinks that way. So I don't want everybody to have that attitude, because it is not true. It's extremely important to go to Paris. It's extremely important to go to Milano. Those are the 4 cities: Milan, Paris, London, New York. Is extremely important. If you can, try and get agencies in all 4 cities. You know, Elite Milan, Elite Paris, Elite New York, so on and so forth. This is modeling 101. It is what I can tell you.
You want to say something about the mother agency?
Yes, okay. Then you have your mother agencies. Your mother agencies are the agencies that started you off. And 90% of them, they're your agencies that were in your own small town. My mother agency was Yemi Fawaz. She was the one that discovered me. I modeled for her for I think a year or so before we had the Supermodel West Africa competition. And she was the one that got me the Pepsi Cola and so on and so forth in Nigeria, before I left. Venus de Milo, we also had. I've forgotten the other campaigns that we had because I didn't finish my reign before I went back to uni in London. But your mother agency is the one that knows we can start you off, but we cannot take you to superstardom. But we are affiliated with other agencies in other countries, in other cities, whereby you are in London and they have a collaboration, so to speak, or affiliation with a small agency in Paris. So when you're in Paris, okay, fine, you can go there and they can work with you as well. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and your mother agency is always special because your mother agency was your first. Your mother agency was the one that saw the potential in you. And we are here for the second part of the episode, the runway. I am going to show you what I know, what I've learned, and the different styles of runway walking over time. Every designer has their own way of how they want their model to walk. Also, the runway is not necessarily straight up and down. It can be circular, it can be taking up the stairs, it can be around, it can be it can be anything at all. It can be in a house, it can be outside, it can be a garden. But one thing is key is confidence. What I am looking at is you. In place of you will be all the photographers. Now this is the magic. This is where you want to give it to them because you want them to publish your shot. What you are wearing is important, but if you give them a pose that is magnificent, it will be in editorial papers along with the designer who will be happy to book you in. So let us start, shall we, with the basics. Model 101, runway 101. I hear it all the time. You better work like rent is due. No, you are going to walk like you're the star of the show, like you've been invited to a party and it does not start until you walk through the door. You have to walk in with confidence. Your gait and steps have to be meticulous, and above all, you have to be the hottest thing since pockets on jeans. That is the attitude you have to have. You do not care about anything or anyone, and you are the most beautiful girl on the planet. Let me show you how. Aramatou, step aside. You put one foot in front of the other. You put one across and you hold your pose. When you get to this position where you want to show off to the camera, you turn and you smile. I'm here, I've arrived. Always make sure that you look at the camera because you want to give them body, you want to give them angle, but you must give them face. If you turn like this, they can't use it. Do you see what I'm saying? Aramatu, do you understand? You have some fashion shows that will turn and say, just turn. And that is fine. The thing here is that when you get here, you give it to them. And you start giving it to them from here. You smile, you give them, and then you turn. Do you understand? Then other styles, where you walk up is much more sexier, especially Milan, especially Versace. They want you to give it to them. You give it to them, and then you turn, and you go over. And you walk right back. And you swing it. You swing it. You're out of there. It's magic. And you come. For Victoria's Secret, you look to side. Who's in the audience? You give them that pow. So when you are walking, you say hi. And you will notice this in Victoria's Secret fashion shows. When you're walking, and that is for the camera. The camera gets the shot. Yes? You come and you turn. So you have your feet and it turns like this. You can turn it the other way, and then you take this foot, turn it around and kick off. Sometimes you can walk right off, or you can turn and then you leave. So Aramatu, you try now. Beautiful. Very well done. Very well done. Exactly what I'm talking about. And ladies, that is how we walk the runway. You are upright. Everything has to be upright, plus your neck, your head, and everything. This is going to give the best because you're a hanger for the clothes. We can see your legs, we can see your flat tummy, we can see the shoulder line, we can see the back of the dress. Always remember you're showing off the clothes. You're wearing the most beautiful and most important garment on the planet. This is what the designer wants you to do. So you have two jobs when you're on the runway. You have to make sure you catch the eye of all the front row, which is the press, the editorials, the buyers, the magazines. Then you have to get the photographers, get your shot. On top of that, you have to sell the outfit you are wearing like it's the best thing on the planet. You have to please the designers, the photographers, and the front row. That is your money maker for the next job. Don't rush and walk like this. Don't. That is not one. Absolutely not. You have to pace it, and it is better, Aramatu, come to the side, my love. It is better if you go slowly than fast, because in slower, then you can control it. You can control it, you won't make as many mistakes. You will not make as many mistakes, and you'll be able to go. Now we're going to do coats. Okay. So now I just want to show you a quick runway on how to take off your coat. It's extremely tricky, so it's something where you have to practice. And no matter what, if you get stuck, don't stop. Don't stop, because then it begins to look complicated. So here you have it, and so you are walking, yeah? By the time you are getting to the end of the runway, you should start to take off your coat in an elegant fashion and show the lining of the coat on the inside, and then you turn. When you turn, you put your hands down and it drops off. That is how you do it. You turn around, you lift, you drop, and you walk away. Put it in your hand, hold it or whatever, but then you go. This is a lot with winter collections. Winter collections, you're wearing layers. They want to show sometimes the lining is the same color as the shirt, or the lining is the same color inside for the jacket that the other model is walking back and forth. So they want to have that drama. A lot of girls can't do it, so they don't bother. But it's a notch in your belt because, like I said, you'll get booked and booked and booked again. Sometimes when you take it off here and you go, you just turn. And you go. So that you turn and you're out. And that gives much more power. Yep. Do you see what I mean? Do you see how you get stuck? Do you see how you get, you're turning and turning as if you want to open a bottle of jam. Aramatu, where are we? We have to do it again, my love. Yes. So put it back on and let us try. Okay, darling? Okay. Okay, start to take off your jacket now. Start to take it off now. Good girl. Take it off, turn. Voila. Enchanté. Yeah. No, darling. We're not doing over the shoulder, darling.
Let me try one.
You'll try one more time? Good girl. It's tricky, huh?
I normally do, but
Yes, it's been a while. You have to be ready, my love. Hold the jacket properly so you don't look lopsided. Yes, and yes. Coming through. Aramatu, fabulous. Yes. Turn around. We're working. No, my love. God. You know why? I tell you. Put your jacket on. Put the jacket on from the back. Yes, because it's a big jacket. Yes. Drop your jacket. Drop the sleeves. Yes, drop it and take it all the way down. Let it drop. No. Aramatu, yes, drop it. Drop the jacket. That's right. That is what you should do. Don't hold on to it. Let it fall off. You will catch it here. Good girl. Okay, stand there. Okay, drop it. Drop it. Voila. Voila. Magnifique. That's it. That's it. That's what makes a supermodel. It doesn't matter what circumstances she finds herself in, she will always make it beautiful in the end. Okay, darling? Good job. So that's it, darlings. Model 101. Okay? Leave all of your questions down below. I'll have information for you, so on and so forth. And Aramatu, thank you for being such a wonderful special guest.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations. Mwah. Bye. I want to say bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
In the club, we'll do it tonight, yeah. From the back to the left to the right, yeah. All them girls looking hot, looking tight, yeah. Come on and move from the wall to the light, yeah. I don't know, maybe you didn't hurt me. We're gonna lose it tonight, yeah, no mercy. We're gonna turn it up crazy. We're gonna turn it up, ooh.
Let me see your hand, let me see your hands. Let me see your hand, let me see your hands. Let me see your hand, let me see your hands. Let me see your hand, let me see your hands.
Let me see your hands, let me see your hands. Let me see your hands, let me see your hands. Let me see your hands, let me see your hands. Wave them around like you just don't care. Popping bottles, you know how we do it. We go crazy, yup, we lose it. Feel the bass, feel the bass hit. Ain't gonna stop, that's for sure, no we won't quit. All my fellas in the club,